My sister came to the prison to tell me that she's going to marry my ex-husband. Mom, with a disgusted look, told her to stay away from me as a murderer. Little do they know, today my ex-husband will push me into the memory extraction court. In my memory, there's evidence of Emily committing murder. Yesterday, my sister came to the prison to tell me she's marrying my ex-husband. My mom, standing by, told her to stay away from me, a filthy piece of trash. But I'm her real daughter, and my sister is just an adopted one. They don't know that my ex-husband will push me into the memory extraction court today to publicly accuse me of killing his adopted son. This new technology can extract a person's real memories using high-tech methods like brain waves. It's only used for murderers. How ridiculous. With heavy shackles on, my body thin as tree bark, I walk into the courtroom. A murderer has no privacy, and my extracted memories will be broadcast worldwide. My ex-husband Eric stands in front of me, unable to hide the disgust in his eyes. Facing him, I pull out a cold smile. Lily doesn't know you're doing this. If she did, she'd stop you at all costs. After all, my memories are full of her dirty face, methods, and the whole process of her killing Eric's son. Looking at me with disdain, Eric says, "She's so kind. Of course she wouldn't want me to do this. This is my wedding gift to her." In his eyes, Lily is perfect, kind, delicate, unable to see any darkness. He always favors my sister, defending her fiercely. I can't help but ask him one last question. Eric, after all these years, have you ever had feelings for me? Have you ever loved me? After a few moments of silence, he coldly spits out 4 words, never. As expected, yet my heart still aches, as if stabbed and stirred. This sentence from Eric pushes me off the cliff of endless darkness. Closing my eyes, the pain finally wakes me up. I was the only one who thought we loved each other for the past decade. If he truly loved me, he wouldn't marry Lily after divorcing me. Suddenly, I start to laugh. Since you want to see my memories, I'll let you see it all. But watching only my murders might be too shallow for you. Don't you think I'm completely rotten to the core? Not just for killing your son, but also for stealing my mother's valuable jewelry, and beating up the woman while my father lay in the hospital bed. Eric's expression becomes more disgusted, his voice as cold as ice. I didn't expect you to have any self-awareness. I continue to smile. If that's the case, then let's judge all these sins together. The courtroom, allowing spectators, is stunned by my request. Eric frowns subconsciously. Emily, what game are you playing? My smile becomes even more radiant. What other game can I play? I know I have great sins. Can't I request to face all my crimes? His desire to see my sins unfolds. Let's see it all. Let's see who truly bears the heavy sins. The jury urgently discusses, and decides to judge all sins together. I am fitted with the memory extraction machine, overwhelmed by the pungent smell of medicine and the icy sensation of metal. Lily, it's time for the world to know who you truly are. Slowly closing my eyes, the big screen behind me synchronously broadcasts my memories. But since I returned home, I knew well that Dad didn't welcome me, Mom detested me, and my sister wished to kill me. I'll always remember the first day I was brought back home, Emily's resentful eyes glaring at me, saying, "Why did you come back? Everything in this house belongs to me." As long as there was a third person present, she would turn into a sweet and innocent girl. When Dad returned from abroad, he only bought a delicate necklace for Emily as a gift. His only words to me were, "You live in our house. Don't envy your sister." Dad, you can't be like this. When Lily was handed the gift box, she eagerly accepted it. But the moment she opened it, her face went pale, and she threw it away with a scream. Inside the box were dead mice in transparent bags, crawling cockroaches, and a doll with a knife stabbed through its heart, dripping red liquid resembling blood. Lily quickly covered and hid the box, while holding an expensive skirt. When Dad and Mom rushed to the room, they saw Lily looking innocent and apologetic. Lily, pretending to be wrong, handed the skirt to me. "I'm sorry, let's forget about this. I promised to give you the necklace Dad gave me. Don't cry, okay?" My mom saw the dress in Lily's hand, got furious and slapped me across the face without a word. She said, "Lily kindly gave you a dress, but you not appreciating it is one thing, but now you're eyeing the necklace Dad gave Lily." My face stung from the slap, but it was nothing compared to the pain inside. I covered my face, choked out, "And no, she actually gave me a dead rat just now." "Lily, what are you saying?" Her face turned pale, trembling. She interrupted me. "I'm terrified of dead rats. How could I give you that?" "Emily, shut up. Are you trying to defame your sister?" My mom hugged Lily tightly, then looked at me like I was trash, but I didn't feel that way. "Enough," Dad interrupted, glaring at me. "Shove me out of the room. Get back to your room. Never come to Lily's room again." I stumbled out, fell to the ground, scraping my knee. Looking back, I saw Dad and Mom comforting Lily with infinite patience. Lily was their precious jewel, their treasure. And I was nothing. In the courtroom, Eric watched the memory playback, his face changing drastically. This can't be true. Lily would never do that. I stayed expressionless. I could be a murderer. Why can't she be two-faced? Eric looked at me in disgust. Do you really think she's like you? A disgusting person. His eyes were cold. Emily, what did you do to tamper with the memory? The reality was right in front of him, yet Eric still refused to believe me, even suspected me of altering memories. It was ridiculous. I remained silent. The judge reminded Eric, watch your words in the courtroom. Realizing he was in court, Eric adjusted his attitude. Even if this memory is true, you must have done something to her. With her kind and gentle nature, she wouldn't treat you like that. His words didn't pain me as they once would have. Maybe my heart was already dead. Without love, how could words like those hurt me anymore? Seeing my silence, Eric thought he had me figured out, growing angrier. Emily, I never imagined it would come to this. Are you still plotting against Mom? Since he wouldn't believe me no matter what, why bother speaking at all? I kept silent. Eric coldly stated, even if these memories won't erase your sins, how does it relate to stealing Aunt's jewelry? I chuckled softly. Continue watching, you'll find out. It's just the beginning. A ruse to make everyone think I was the thief. The screen behind us continued showing my memories. A bright smile on my face, eagerly opening the door at home. It was Mom's birthday, and I had prepared a gift for her, wanting to surprise her immediately. She was sitting on the couch in the living room, and before I could speak, she suddenly stood up and slapped me across the face. The gift bag in my hand flew out, glass shattered as it hit the floor. A red imprint on my face. I stared at Mom in shock. Mom, ungrateful child, have I not treated you well enough? Brought you from that trashy countryside, provided for you, and yet you do this to me? Mom was shaking with anger, accusing me. I tried to understand. Mom, I don't understand. Heart full of doubt, still pretending. Mom pointed at me, laughing bitterly. She took out an expensive necklace. See this? Recognize it? My eyes widened. You found the necklace, but how could it be under my bed? Now I understood why Mom was so angry. She suspected I stole the necklace. Lily looked at me sadly, knowing I was still troubled by Dad gifting me a necklace last time. But even so, stealing Mom's necklace was unacceptable. I pleaded, Mom, believe me, I didn't steal the necklace. But all Mom said was, get out. She didn't stop at words, even kicked me with high heels. As I fell, my hands landed on the shattered glass gift, blood dripping from my palms. Mom went upstairs, and Lily lingered, looking down at me. In a voice only we could hear, she said, isn't it strange how the necklace ended up under your bed? I put it there, but even if I tell you, what can you do? No one will believe you. Shocked, I forgot the pain in my hands. Why would you do this? Lily's face carried a sweet smile, but her eyes were as malicious as a witch's. I want Mom to utterly despise you, hate you. Only then will I remain Mom's favorite daughter forever. She will only love me. Emily, you'll always be my stepping stone. You'll never surpass me. In the courtroom, Eric couldn't believe what he saw on the screen. Lily's smile was sweet, but her words were poisonous like a devil's. He had never seen this side of Lily. Refused to believe it was real. No way. My daughter Lily couldn't be this despicable person. I looked over to Eric's side, only to find my mom standing there, her face twisted with anger, nothing like the elegant lady she usually was. Mom couldn't believe that Lily would steal her necklace. I later found out that the reason Mom suddenly showed up was because Eric had called her before the trial. His intention was simple. He wanted Mom to come and see my sins for herself. But little did he know that he had made a mistake and Mom witnessed the scene right in front of her. I put on a miserable smile and said, yes, Lily is your daughter, and I'm nothing to you. So you never believe me and never hesitate to kick me. I suppressed my smile and remembered, oh, didn't you guys say before that my crime also included viciously attacking my father, who was lying in the hospital bed? I accepted the trial of this memory segment. The large screen behind me started playing again. The sun was shining, the air was fresh. I followed Eric step by step, almost out of breath. Can you please walk slower? Since we got off the car, Eric had been walking fast, and I had to jog to keep up with him. Eric said impatiently, why are you so chatty? If you can't keep up, then just don't follow. After saying that, he quickly walked away without waiting for me. I gritted my teeth and still caught up with him. As we were about to reach the ward, the doctor called Eric aside to discuss something. So I went to the ward alone. As I arrived at the ward's door, I was shocked by what I saw. Lily was kicking her father, who was lying on the hospital bed with all her might. As if kicking him wasn't enough, she even pinched him where his clothes covered, a few times. My mind went blank, and without thinking, I pushed open the door of the ward and exclaimed, what are you doing? Lily was startled and turned around in panic, but when she saw that it was only me at the doorway, her expression instantly relaxed. Looking at her provocatively, I said, Lily, though your father is not your birth father, he has been so good to you. You shouldn't treat him like this. Lily laughed. What did I do? I just kicked him a few times and pinched him a bit. What's the big deal? I genuinely thought she was crazy and said, Lily, you're insane. Lily walked up to me and saw the hatred in her father's eyes, then sneered. Why are you looking at me like that with those eyes? Do you hate me? Too bad, you can't even speak a word. Lily, I couldn't hold back anymore and raised my hand, ready to slap her face. But right at that crucial moment, Eric came back. He saw the scene at the ward's door and shouted, Emily, what are you doing? I was startled, and the slap didn't land. Eric rushed forward and grabbed my hand, forcefully pushing me onto the nearby treatment cart. My lower back hit the cart straight, and the pain made me crouch on the ground in an instant. But Eric looked at Lily worriedly and asked, Lily, are you okay? Tears quickly welled up in Lily's eyes, her voice filled with grievances as she said, I'm fine. Eric shielded her and looked at me with disgust, saying, Emily, are you crazy? You want to hit your sister? I endured the pain in my waist and explained. She was beating and insulting Dad. I saw it. I was furious. Suddenly, Lily cried out, interrupting me. How dare you slander me like that? With red-rimmed eyes and a tone of utmost innocence, she continued. I just returned from outside, and I saw you kicking Dad and pinching him. I only wanted to stop you, and now you want to hit me. How can you turn around and blame me? I knew Dad had treated you badly before, but he's still your real father. How can you treat him like this? Despite Lily crying in such a heartbreaking way and appearing completely innocent, her words were full of deception. She threw back at me everything I had said to her earlier. I wanted to argue back. No, it's not me. It's you. Enough, Emily. Eric cut me off. I never expected you to be so ruthless. He's your real father. I looked at Eric sadly and shook my head in pain. Eric, you have to believe me. I didn't do this. Shut up. Eric glared at me. Now that things have come to this, I saw you trying to frame Lily. She's your sister, not your enemy. Marrying you was the biggest mistake of my life. I was shocked and looked at Eric with confusion, feeling my heart sinking. I reached out to grab his pant leg, pleading, no. Eric, please believe me, it wasn't me. But all I got was Eric forcefully pulling back his leg, telling me, you make me sick. Get lost. The way he looked at me was as if I were a pile of garbage, a filthy and disgusting thing that made him sick if he said one more word. But as he held Lily, comforting her with care and tenderness, it seemed as if he was cradling the world's only treasure. My heart was torn with pain, but I found no tears coming out. I knew, I should have known, in this world, there would never be anyone to love me. I would forever be the one rejected. The screen on the big screen stopped, but there was silence in the courtroom. I looked at my mom and Eric, and gently smiled. No, this couldn't be possible. Eric finally snapped out of the memory he just witnessed. His face was filled with horror, unable to believe what he had just seen. How could Lily, she, be like this? He didn't believe it, and neither did my mom. She was completely shattered. This must be fake. This must be false. I don't believe it. There must be something wrong with this machine. Are you all colluding? Are you deceiving us together? Eric has started to doubt the machine. The jury was very angry, especially the judge. This is our latest memory retrieval machine in the year 2323. It faithfully extracts and plays back true memories. If you insist on questioning, then please present evidence. Eric couldn't provide evidence, and at the same time, he knew that this machine wouldn't lie, which means that the memories they were seeing were real. They were things that actually happened, and it was this realization that made him even more shattered. He looked at his shaking hands. The person beating his father-in-law was Lily. Yet he didn't believe a word Emily said, even pushed her. Clearly, Emily was the woman he had deeply loved. And my mom, she couldn't accept it. Completely abandoning the facade of a lady, and slumped to the ground. How could this be? Lily, my Lily is not this kind of person. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. She covered her face, started crying desperately. But she wasn't crying for me. Even the tears she shed were all for Lily. I was always the inconspicuous one, the one who would never be remembered. I smiled lightly, observing from the sidelines like an outsider. Eric saw my smile, infuriated. Emily, what are you laughing at? I answered with a pale face. Can't I laugh at your bad judgment? Eric trembled all over, his eyes red. Emily, are you trying to whitewash yourself? You deliberately said those things earlier. Trying to clean your own image, right? You won't get away with it, Emily. No matter what. You killed my foster son. He was the only bloodline of my deceased brother, and he was only 5 months old. How could you do such a thing? But Emily, just because of this, You can never wash off the stain. Yes, Emily killed her foster son. This woman is a cold-hearted snake. She cannot be loved. I hung my head, my shoulders trembling, emitted a paranoid laughter. Are you saying I'm whitewashing? Eric, Mom, things have already come to this point. Yet, you still refuse to believe me. My heart hurts. Even though I knew the result beforehand, my heart couldn't help but start throbbing involuntarily. For so many years, I have always been a joke. Lily really did it. She made sure that I will always be her stepping stone. I would never be able to surpass her. But, Lily, you would never have thought that technology could be so advanced, capable of extracting memories. All your evils will be revealed through my memories, for all to see. I looked at the two of them, cold and stern. Even if you refuse to believe it, the person who killed Eric's foster son is still Lily. The memory retrieval machine behind us faithfully extracted and played back everything I had seen back then. In a room filled with the innocence of babies, I held a phone, adjusting the video angle. This angle looks about right. I finally adjusted the angle, and the phone screen clearly showed me and the baby's face. I smiled instantly, gently pinched the baby's cheek. Does baby know what mommy is doing? Mommy is recording a growth video for you. The baby lying in the crib was only 5 months old, sleeping soundly with closed eyes. This was the child adopted by Eric, also the only blood relative of his best brother. His brother and family passed away in a car accident, leaving only this child behind. When Eric brought him home, he was only 3 months old and was at the peak of being fussy during the night. Being a mother for the first time, I experienced the bittersweet pain of raising a child. After 2 months, the baby had finally grown chubby under my care, looking so delightful. Looking at the peacefully sleeping baby, I couldn't help but kiss his face multiple times. It's not like he's your child. Why are you exuding maternal love here? A mocking voice came from the doorway, and I looked up to see Lily in a white dress. My face immediately darkened. Lily, what are you doing here? This is mine and Eric's home. How did Lily get in here? Lily seemed to know what I was thinking, took out a key from her handbag, and pretended to be annoyed. I don't even know why Eric insisted on giving me the keys to the house, even though I told him, just find me at Lily's house. But no, he didn't. Lily provocatively looked at me and smiled. He said, you don't deserve to live here. I should be the mistress of this house. Upon hearing those words, my head was spinning. Fighting down the anger, I spoke softly. Lily, don't think I can't see that you're trying to drive a wedge between us. He'd never say those things. Lily approached me. Why wouldn't he? If he wouldn't say those things, then how did I get this key in my hand? I glanced at the baby struggling to wake up, immediately stood up. Let's talk outside. But Lily didn't move. What are we going outside for? I'm not going out. I lowered my voice as much as possible. Lily, what are you trying to do? Lily pursed her lips for a while, then spoke. Eric forgot to bring a file. Go get it for me. I instantly understood why she had a key and realized that the earlier words were indeed a self-deception, because no matter how messed up Eric was, he would never say those things. I immediately said, okay, I'll get it for you. Wait here. I knew where Eric's files usually were, but his study had so many files, it took me quite a while to find it. I returned to the room with the file, and as soon as I pushed open the door, I saw Lily looking flustered, holding a pillow that had fallen to the ground. I first noticed something was wrong with her. Lily, what are you doing? I quickly approached and then saw a scene that I will never forget in my life. The baby who was asleep with rosy cheeks before I left was now purple-faced, clearly lack of oxygen. I couldn't care less about anything else and quickly reached out to pick up the baby. The baby felt ice cold in my arms. It suddenly dawned on me what was happening. My heart raced so fast that it even skipped a beat. Shaking, I reached out and touched the baby's nose to feel for breath. The baby, he had stopped breathing. I started to panic. Baby, don't sleep. Mom is coming to save you now. I put the baby down and frantically started giving him artificial respiration and chest compressions. But it was no use. No matter what I did, the baby's face remained pale and lifeless. Lily calmed down a bit and said, it's no use, he's already dead. You can't save him. I suddenly realized something, and slapped her. Lily, you killed the baby. Admit it. Caught off guard, Lily's face swelled instantly as I landed the slap. Emily, are you out of your mind? This brat is not even your child. Why are you going crazy over him? And what evidence do you have to say it was me who killed him? Yes, this child is not mine, but I've been taking care of him for over 2 months. Lily, you're the one who's crazy. How could you do this to a 5-month-old baby? The baby's death shattered my sanity, and I ended up fighting with Lily. During our struggle, my phone that I had left recording earlier fell off the counter, and suddenly, I remembered that I had been recording a video this whole time. and I hadn't turned it off before leaving. So, this phone had all the evidence of Lily's crime. As I saw the phone, Lily saw it too. She saw the recording screen and was instantly shocked. "You were recording it." Both Lily and I realized at the same time, and rushed towards the phone. Amid the struggle, I suddenly heard footsteps downstairs. "Someone's here." I immediately started yelling, "Is it Eric? Eric, come help me quickly." In that moment, Lily's face turned paper white. She couldn't let that phone be found by a third party. Driven by survival instinct, Lily mustered up a strength and successfully snatched the phone from my hand, then threw it out the window. I couldn't care less at that moment and rushed to the window. No. Just then, I heard hurried footsteps coming up from downstairs. Eric was coming up. He had just reached the door of the room and saw me and Lily disheveled. "What's happening?" In that instant, Lily grabbed Eric's hand and pointed at me. "Eric, Emily killed the baby." The aftermath of this incident was predictable. Eric couldn't believe Lily did it. He firmly believed it was me, and that led to our divorce because of this incident. I wanted to go downstairs to find the phone, to show the evidence, but I couldn't find the phone no matter how hard I looked. As if luck was on Lily's side, the phone was nowhere to be found. Without the phone as evidence, Lily's witness pinned me down as the murderer. My fingerprints found on the pillow were considered physical evidence, combined with my checkered past. So, I became the murderer, taking the fall for Lily and ended up in jail. But now, the memory trial has revealed the truth to everyone. Tears streamed down my face in agony. Though it's been nearly a year since the incident, I still can't let go. The memory of that day haunts me. If only I hadn't gone to find Eric's documents. If only I had kicked Lily out. But, it's all just IFS. Eric was now kneeling on the ground, looking devastated. He couldn't believe the truth of what had happened. The person who killed my child was Lily. Why? Why would she do such a thing? I had pondered about this question, and even asked her. How did Lily answer me? I remember now. She hated the child, killed him to shift the blame on me, and break me and Eric apart. It was a win-win for her. It was something she couldn't resist. The jury didn't expect that the memory trial would end with such a twist. The supposed murderer had never killed anyone before. She had nothing bad, not even once. It turned out, behind Lily's sweet appearance and smile, she was the real, vile murderer. She was capable of harming even a 5-month-old baby. The jury immediately contacted the police and issued an arrest warrant for Lily. And I, finally, was able to remove the shackles. "Emily," Eric looked at me with guilt. "I was wrong. I shouldn't have doubted you." She was a woman he loved deeply. How could he have pushed her to the brink step by step, not trusting her, not understanding her? Eric was in deep pain. I never imagined Lily could be so disgustingly evil. Her disguise was too perfect. She deceived everyone, including me. "Emily, can you forgive me?" Even my mom finally realized. She looked at me with sadness and pain. "My daughter, Mom was wrong. She should never have doubted you." Upon watching my memories, they finally understood their mistakes. They knelt before me, begging for my forgiveness. But what good would that do? The pain I endured will not be erased by their prayers now. It was a real pain, etched into my heart and body. Smiling at them, "Forgive, Eric. Ever since you admitted you never loved me, I have never forgiven you and never will. And Mom, this is the last time I'll call you Mom. After all, you never saw me as your daughter. Your good daughter has always been Lily. I was just garbage in your eyes. A rat in the sewer. A despicable murderer. I will never, ever forgive you all." Sunlight streamed in through the window as I stood in its warmth, watching them kneeling in the shadows. All the burdens in my heart suddenly disappeared. It's all in the past. One must look forward and not dwell on the past. At that moment, I felt reborn. While Lily was caught by the police when trying on wedding dresses, she denied everything, but my memory served as evidence, making her defense impossible. And with the police's efforts, they found the whereabouts of that cell phone. Turns out, it was found by a garbage collector. After I cleared my name and was released from prison, my mother and Eric would often come to see me, begging for forgiveness in various ways. But I remained indifferent. To avoid them, I simply left the country. When I returned to the country again, I already had a loving husband by my side and a lovely daughter. I never would have imagined that I would see Eric again in a bar. He looked unkempt, with a scruffy beard, and I almost didn't recognize him. Later, I found out that ever since I went abroad, he had been drowning himself in alcohol every day, often getting drunk beyond recognition. I averted my gaze and did not acknowledge him. The moment he sent me to prison out of mistrust, our fate was sealed.